everyone, I'm Sue and welcome to Sue Designs, where I bring you fast, fun, and adorable projects. In today's video lesson, I'm going to teach you how to make your very own headband. These headbands are super fast, and best of all, they're basically reversible, meaning that you are going to have two headbands in one. So grab your machine and let's get stitching. All the tools and materials you need for this project will be listed in the description below. On a piece of paper with a Sharpie or a pen, measure up 2.5 inches and place a mark. Then measure over 7 inches and place a mark. Connect the lines so that you have a long rectangle. Now cut out the rectangle directly on the dots. Fold one end of the rectangle of the short side in half, and from the center marking, you're going to mark a total of 1.25 inches. Now fold that in half gently, and with a pair of scissors, you're going to go from the wide end to that 1.25 inch narrow end and smooth it out. And this is the pattern piece. With your marker, go ahead and create where the fold is, which will be the wider short end, and then go ahead and write cut to on fold. This way you'll know for future reference. You'll need 2 pieces of material for your front and back that are 3 inches wide by 15 inches long. Lay them together and fold them in half. Place the fold piece of the pattern on the fold of those 2 layers and pin the pattern piece to the materials through all the layers. There will be a total of 4 layers, and cut around the pattern piece. Discard the extra materials and go ahead and remove the pattern piece, but keep it for future reference. Now you have 2 headband pattern pieces. On one of the short ends for both of the headband pieces, you're going to create a 1/2 inch hem. So turn your headbands wrong side facing up, measure a 1/2 inch, and press to set the fold. Now place one of the pieces, what I would call your main piece, which is the dots, and the elastic, which is 7 inches. And if there is a right or a wrong piece of your elastic, place the wrong side facing up. And then place the back part of the headband right sides together with the main piece, sandwiching that little piece of elastic inside along the short edge that doesn't have the fold. Center it within that little width, and go ahead and pin all the layers together all the way around your headband. Continue pinning until you get to the folded edge. Now make sure those 2 folded edges align perfectly and pin through all the layers. You will sew around the entire headband except for the folded edge side. Set your machine up with a brand new needle and matching thread and bobbin. When it comes to sewing the headband, you're going to leave that folded edge unsewn, and you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance on the 2 long sides. Remove your pins as you're sewing along. And when you get to the short side that has the elastic in it, you're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And when you sew down the other long side, remember it's a 1/4 inch seam allowance once again. When you get to the very end, go ahead and backstitch over those folds and clip your threads. And now we're ready to do some turning. In order to turn this long skinny tube, the best method is to use the Easy Point and Turner. I'll have a link in the description so that you can go get one for yourself. Once you've finished turning your headband right side out, go ahead and remove it off the easy point and turner and smooth out the little edges. Now when it comes to that end where the elastic is, take the pointed edge of the easy point and turner and put it back inside the headband, and then it'll actually help smooth it out along the edges. Just be careful that you don't push through and puncture the seam. Now roll those little seams, and as you're rolling, give it a little press. I like to call this the roly-poly. So roll a little and press a little, and keep repeating that until you've pressed the entire headband so that your headband is nice and flat and smooth and looks good on both sides, because remember, this is reversible. Now when you're finished pressing, you're going to take the other end of the elastic and you're going to feed it into the folded end of the headband. You may need to use your marker or a pair of scissors or whatever means you need to get that elastic fed in so that it's about a ½ inch inside the folded edge of the headband. Once you feel like it's right in there nice and good, use a straight pin to hold it and head back to the sewing machine, and you're going to just do a little top stitch, and that's about an 1/8 of an inch stitch from the edge of the material that you're going to just sew straight down, securing the headband to the elastic. And I like to backstitch the entire length, that way it's nice and secure. When you're finished, clip your threads, and now look at that, it is time to do one little bit of pressing just to make sure everything is nice and flat. And make sure you give a tug on that headband too to make sure you feel like it's nice and secure, especially if this is a gift for someone or you're making these to sell. And now check it out, you can make these in all kinds of different colors and materials, and remember, they're reversible, so have some fun with your elastic too. So what did you think of that? How fun and easy are these headbands to make? And again, remember, they are basically reversible. So when you give this as a gift to someone, it's like you're giving them 2 headbands. If you like this video, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my weekly newsletter, definitely follow me on Instagram, and best of all, come have fun with us over at my Facebook fan club. You can find all the information in the description below. And you can find me everywhere at Sookie Designs. And until I see you next time, I hope you have a creative day. Bye-bye. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe below. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.